Jimmy McMonigal, the owner here at Krep's Apple Barn and Cider Mill. Our orchard sits on about 20, we have about 20 acres of fruit trees. We got close to 4,000 fruit trees, majority of those being apple trees. We have about 800 peach trees also. We've been growing every year, so I think this year we'll somewhere between 6 to 8,000 gallons. Michigan State has a cider competition every year at the Great Lakes Fruit and Vegetable Expo. Yeah, we've taken our cider there a couple times and entered into the contest. We've never won it.
The bladder. Well, we're going to fill this with mash, and then we're going to put the heavy lid on it. Then we're going to hook water up to here, turn the water on. This bladder is going to fill with water and go like this, and then push everything out the sides, all the liquid. Everything solid will remain in here. And then when we pump it into here, this will hold 80 gallons. So once that gets full, these gallons over here, emptying it out so we can fill it some more. This holds seven bushels of apples. We almost get close to 3 gallons per bushel. All right, here we go.
Everything's hand-picked. We grade everything as it comes in from the field. Anything that has a puncture wound or is rotten at any point gets called out and goes just out to the field. And so cider apples are basically apples that have small blemishes on them or have something wrong with them. But for the most part, they're really nice apples yet. Getting started, when I took over for my grandfather about 14 years ago, at that time we didn't even have our own cider press, and that's something that he wanted to help me out with. As a young man, I kind of was looking around at the time. The business wasn't very big and didn't have a whole lot of money to invest in that. So I found this option of these Lanceman presses, which are made in Italy. And they're small wine presses. Our biggest one holds 14 bushel of apples, and at a time. So I bought that. I bought that 14 bushel one, and that was a good start for us. And we started making them with that. As the farm has grown and liked the presses so much, and talking with other guys in the business, their hatred to the rack and cloth presses and cleaning off the cloths, I said, maybe I'm in the right idea here. So I bought a few more of them, and as continue to grow, I probably just add to the line of the fleet of the presses that we have. consumer yourself. That's why we don't do any wholesaling, is because we don't pasteurize any of our cider and keep it fresh right from the farm, and that's the way we like it.
A little better than what we like, but now you can get your rear in the picture.
So a lot of people, especially some of the bigger orchards, when they press their cider, it'll go into a big holding tank, and it might sit in the holding tank for a week or a day, or if they have cooling tanks, they might let it sit in there for days on end, as long as they can keep it cold. And what happens to apples is they oxidize, so the juice does the same thing. As it's introduced to oxygen, it will, apple juice when it's first pressed, it's fairly clear and fairly bright, but as it sits and is introduced to oxygen, it darkens up and gets that brown. The brown color you see in the grocery stores partially is due to the pasteurization process of heating it, and then also the oxidization of introducing oxygen to it.